That woman said she was patrolling for the Abbey. What's that mean exactly?
They're hand-picked agents who travel the kingdom gauging the Abbey's success in the demon fight. They also make sure the other exorcists are conducting themselves properly. I suppose you could liken them to military police. Since the Abbey imposes so many rules on the populace, they want to show they're above board.
But if they need to police themselves, isn't that as good as announcing corruption in the ranks?
Some would say it's more honest this way. Idealism alone won't change the world. Maybe that's why our determined little exorcist was crying.
I bet you're right. That does fit the picture.
Although it's best not to take a woman's tears at face value.
Huh?
Just some common wisdom. That's one fine yak you've got there. What an adorable face.
You might not want to lean in too close.
Hmm? Why? That is nasty.
That's why.
Yaks ruminate the food they eat while they digest it. Their burps are one of the foulest things you'll ever smell.
Same as cows and goats. Everyone who's raised livestock knows that.
I think that point's been driven home. That's a smell I never want to ruminate on myself.
Well, who on the Tales of Berseria writing team was like, hey dude, I learned a lot of cool yak facts over the past couple of weeks. Can we put some yak facts in this game? And all the other writers were like, what are you talking about? And he was like, listen, man, I really want to put in some yak facts. And so they were like, okay, fine. We'll put in your yak facts. Just please stop talking to us.
This village seems much more run down than Helavi's was.
This is where the Abbey sends its malcontents. Don't conform or accept the Abbey's rules or commit a crime, and you'll end up here with the rest of the refuse.
And I take it the Abbey doesn't care what happens to this place.
So, disrupt their precious order, and you get banished?
Exactly. I'm sure they'd say it's all part of their notion of reason.
Oh yeah, that exorcist Eleanor said something like that.
After the Advent, the exorcist showed up to quell the tide of demons and to restore the human world. But demon blight keeps spreading, and the only places they can keep safe are a few of the bigger cities. There aren't enough exorcists to protect everyone.
When the going's tough, cut off any excess baggage. It's the rational thing to do.
I suppose so, but it's too heartless. And that right there, that's the Abbey for you. Humans aren't livestock, and we're not machines either. That's why some of us here, myself included, chose to live here of our own accord.
Guess there are all types of humans out there.
The important takeaway here is that exorcists are neither invincible nor infallible.
It doesn't matter if there's a reason for Luger being a silent protagonist. It's not a good reason, and...
Wait. My granddaughter said she spoke with you.
Hey, hold up. It's not like we threatened her or anything.
Don't worry, I know. I gather you intend to continue your travels, yes? Then take this. It's nothing fancy, but hopefully it helps.
I got interrupted. I was not expecting to get interrupted. Oh, that's right, cooking is in this game. Anyways, there's not, like, a good reason for Luger being a silent protagonist, and it's also very unfitting with the entire Tales of franchise, which focuses on rich character development and, like, building up important characters and making you really, like, that's the main thing about them, is that they tell a story and they have really colorful and enjoyable characters. For me, that's what Tales of has always been about, for the most part. It's what it does best, really. And then they were like, hey, we're gonna make a game where one character is literally, like, almost emotionless. He gets mad and yells sometimes, and he, like, smiles when his, like, future daughter or whatever is doing something cute, but no spoken lines, no character development, really. He's just kind of there. Which, you know, is the exact opposite of what I want from a Tales of game, by far. Is very bad. Eating dishes restores the party's HP and provides bonus effects in the next battle. The cooking menu offers 3 options. Auto Cook lets you choose a dish to cook automatically after battle. Cook and Eat lets you immediately cook and eat a single dish. Skills lets you check the cooking skills you've learned so far. Let's start off by Cook and Eat. By selecting Cook and Eat, you can immediately cook a dish and activate its effects. On the left is the list of recipes you've learned, and on the right is information on each recipe. The ingredients required to cook are shown in the lower right. I can read, I swear. If you have the required ingredients, you can create the dish. Prickle boar sausage. Choose the character who will cook the dish and the cooking skill you want them to use. Each character has different cooking skills. For now, select Velvet's Stun -10. Burn -40, huh? Eat this meal.
It's nothing special.
The dish is complete. You will now benefit from its effects, and the character you chose to cook the dish will receive cooking experience. Once the character earns enough cooking experience, their cooking level will go up, which will grant them additional cooking skills. So here's something that I actually missed in my original playthrough because I didn't know about it, and I learned it when I had to get the Platinum Trophy. There is a special side quest you get if you get Velvet to rank 20 on cooking, I believe. So we are going to do our best to level up Velvet to 20 throughout this playthrough so I can do it on stream. I have seen it once before because I had to do it to get my Platinum Trophy. I barely remember it. I just know it has to do with her having cooked with Celica when Celica was still alive, but I really want to show it off in this playthrough because it was not in my original playthrough because I didn't use the cooking mechanic all that much, I believe. So we have to get, I believe it was rank 20, but we have to level up Velvet a lot. So we're going to be doing a lot of cooking throughout the playthrough. Velvet is going to be the one who cooks every single time because she has to get to like level 20. Each character's cooking level is displayed on the upper right, yada yada. Next, we will explore auto cook. Each dish's effect only lasts for one battle. That means you won't benefit from a dish in any subsequent ones. Auto cook allows you to have your party automatically cook a dish after every battle. However, please note you still need the ingredients. Auto cook option works in the same way as cooking a dish normally. While exploring the field, the lower right of the screen will display the remaining times you can auto cook your selected dish. If you're missing any ingredients, no number will be displayed. No dish will be made after the next battle. Need to find ingredients or choose another dish. Remember to use cooking to your advantage.
Ah, now that hit the spot. Hey, Velvet, can I ask you a question?
You can do whatever you want, but just because you ask doesn't mean you're getting an answer.
So, about that whole apple thing, you can't taste anything?
Not entirely. I can taste blood.
Nothing else?
Nothing. And I don't think I can feel full either.
You don't think? You talk like you've never had a good meal before.
I haven't. Not normal food, at least. Not since I became a demon.
So, what have you been eating?
Please. You were in that prison with me.
I'm sorry.
Forget it. This is just what I am now. As long as I have a recipe, I can still cook. And now I don't even have to worry about how it tastes.
I suppose.
Food keeps my strength up. That's all I care about.
Rokuro's over there thinking like, hey, just for the sake of it though, could you maybe try and make it taste good? So we're gonna set auto cooking on then, of course, because I don't care too much about what benefit I'm getting really. All I really care about is that Velvet gets experience.
You sure you want me for this?
Velvet, you are undoubtedly the best cook out of this lineup of characters. And I don't just mean Rokuro being here, I mean the entire cast of the 6 Berseria characters.
Oh yeah, the guy at that weapon shop gave me some booze for the trip. I nearly forgot about it.
You really think it's a good idea to drink when we've got demons to fight?
A little drink'll warm me up.
I thought you couldn't feel the cold.
That's true, I suppose. Well, I'm not drinking it anyway. I'm using it for something.
Like what? Got some wounds to clean?
That's one use for it, sure. But I've got something more practical in mind. By pouring it on the pegs that hold the blade and hilt together, the wood will swell and hold everything firmly in place in battle.
You've got such a one-track mind, I swear.
That's just the kind of demon I am.
It's good to have goals and priorities, etc. Rokuro takes that to the extreme. I respect it. You don't trust Magilu's cooking, Chaos? No. I'd rather Rokuro cook me something. Order of who I would trust in the Berseria cast to cook for me. Number 1, Velvet. Number 2, probably Eleanor. Eleanor can probably cook fine, I would assume. Number 3, Aizen. I might even put Aizen above Eleanor. In fact, I will. 1 Velvet, 2 Aizen, 3 Eleanor, 4 Laphicet, I guess, and then 5 Rokuro, 6 Magilu. Something tells me Rokuro is not an amazing cook. Hadlow Hollow, your classic Tales of cave. Going through an area like this really reminds me of Zilia. Ow. Get consumed, idiots. Laughing Raven. I love the Laughing Raven move. I love all the different moves you can get with Velvet by Therianizing different enemies. I also just love spamming
Come on, really?
the claw. The claw. Velvet 8. Good for her. Come here, Bat. Let's go. Give me this experience. Is your attack called Deception? Got him.
Not even worth my time.
Rokuro probably just grills some meat over a fire. You know what? Maybe I do trust Rokuro more than I realized, if that's how he cooks. If you could fix Zestiria, how would you do it? Zestiria would have to be remade from the ground up. The entire story. A handful of the characters would need to be made more interesting. I think that Zestiria's entire premise and the way daemons, they're not called daemons, they're called something else, I don't remember in Zestiria. But the way that, like, the world works, they do it somewhat differently in Berseria, even though it's the same universe. The whole, like, malevolence thing and being a daemon isn't as strictly just, like, everything sucks and is awful as it is in Zestiria. I would inherently change some of that, and I would change the entire overarching plot. Like, you could keep the general gist of, like, what the plot is trying to do. Like, oh, malevolence is spreading.
What's that smell?
Don't interrupt me. It is oil. You could keep the general, like, malevolence is spreading, people are becoming daemons, Heldolf is trying to, like, do whatever it is he's... I don't even remember what Heldolf was trying to do when I played that game a little over a year ago. Heldolf would have to be made a completely different character because he's boring and sucks. His backstory was, like, somewhat interesting, but they do almost nothing with it. Like, it would just need an entire rewrite. The characters are all very meh. There are only 2 good characters in all of Zestiria. It's Zavid and Edna. And even then, they aren't, like,
I think
amazing.
we might be able to break this boulder.
And people say I'm foolhardy.
I'm serious. I think we can do it. Are we not demons?
You have a point.
Breaking boulders. Destroy crack stuff by pressing X. Spin kick. I'm a gamer. Anyways, Zestiria would need a lot. It would need a lot. You would almost have to make the game from the ground up. The one thing you wouldn't have to worry about, though, is the music. The music is phenomenal. The combat in Zestiria was pretty good, honestly. If it was, like, atrocious, then there's no way I would have platinumed it. But it's definitely not the Tales of franchise's best. I used to think a lot higher of it. I used to think it was a lot better, and then I played it again recently, and I was like, this is not nearly as good as I remember it being, actually. Come at me, please. I need to dodge. There we go. See this? See this? See this? See, yes, Rokuro, I see it. I see it, bud. Behold, crustacean. The rush strafe. I love all these different moves. Come here. Dude, it's too easy. I'm a gamer.
Come on, really?
Bum, 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 bum. I think I got a skill to level up there because I've used it a certain amount of times. I don't remember what happens when arts get better. I assume they just get small buffs of some kind. Well, we got some hopping to do.
So it was tar we were smelling. Watch your step. You won't get out if you get stuck.
What a way to go. Fell in some tar.
You'll be rust on my blade.
Bum, ba bum, 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 ba na 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 na. Get absolutely laughing ravened on. Ow, my feelings. Come here. I want more laughing raven. Come back here. I actually thought I missed the devour for a second there.
Come on, really?
All right, it is about time that we need to set up... Leave me alone, you stupid centipede freak. It is about time that we need to set up our arts. Because so far I've basically been button mashing because I haven't messed with any of them yet. Mine. Also mine. Thank you for all the cat souls so we can get more things and stuff later. Lumos, welcome to stream. Would you think better of Xenoblade 3 or Zestiria? Why do you... It's always you in chat. I recognize your name. Why do you always so incessantly need to bring up the Xenoblade games when you already know my opinion on them? It's annoying. Straight up. This appears to be a dead end. I did not think it would be a dead end. But hey, we got a gold chest, and that's what really matters. Mine, mine, mine. This is also mine. Thank you. Shadow daggers for Rokuro. Have you mastered whatever you're on right now? Nope. No, you have not. And thus you will not be getting the shadow daggers until you have, because I want you to get all these skills. All right, let's see what we got here. So we have Slicing Foot, Tearing Thorn, Gouging Spin, Swallow Dance, which I love, Harsh Rebuttal, Rising Moon, and Searing Edge. Something that I really like to do when I play Berseria, I don't remember if I did it in my original playthrough, but I definitely did it when I was getting my platinum, is I like to line up the moves on the button that their color matches. So aquatic moves on X, fire moves on circle, earth moves on square because pink is orange in this analogy, and then wind moves on triangle. So, and then normal moves I just throw in wherever I think they work best. So let's put, hitting square is my default, like, thought process on how to attack. Let's make that Harsh Rebuttal. And then on Tearing Thorn up here, on Triangle up here, I want to start off with the Swallow Dance. So let's put Swallow Dance here. And I actually, like, I want to double Swallow Dance right there. Then we don't want to have the same move all the way through. So give me a Rising Moon. We'll put Rising Moon. This will get even more complicated as we go, because eventually what's going to happen is probably every single one of these moves is going to be a different move. We'll have 16 different moves here, but obviously we're not quite at that point yet. Put Slicing Foot there. And we're going to put Slicing Foot here as well, because we're mostly going to start fights with Harsh Rebuttal. Then I want Searing Edge here and here. And then we'll put Gouging Spin here. We do have Earth moves. Tearing Thorn. Give me 2 Tearing Thorns in a row here. And then end on Rising Moon again. And then down here, give me a Slicing Foot into Rising Moon, into Gouging Spin. Actually, put the Gouging Spin here, and the Rising Moon here. No, we already have Rising Moon there. Can I have one of those? I'll just leave Searing Edge there for now. All right, this is good for now. We still don't quite have enough arts to really get things going.
You'll be rushed on my
But this is good for now. Okay, Harsh Rebuttal is the move that I thought it was, thankfully, so I'm glad to have it there. Yo, Thunder Blitz. Get absorbed. I love Swallow Dance. I also don't really like Rising Moon very much, I'm realizing now, so eventually we'll probably just get rid of that art altogether. But because we have so few arts right now, we'll keep it for the time being. Get absolutely wrecked, you dumb idiot.
Nothing.
Bomb, 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 do, 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 do. 1.7 grade, let's go. I'm a gamer.